On today's episode, the Let's Go Farming crew is in Joma district for a field day hosted by Manyika Farm to celebrate the hard work of a Zambian farmer. Some agricultural companies will showcase their farm produce shortly.
Welcome to Manyika Field Day here in Joma. My name's Solomon Mizinga, one of the exhibitors of these varieties which are right behind me. Like here where I'm standing, it's a portion and for one of our seed companies, and we've got 4 varieties which were planted behind me. We've got medium maturities, 2 medium maturities, and we have 1 early maturity and 1 extra early maturity. We are here to showcase what we had and what we have here on the demo. I have this variety called Lake 601. This 601 Lake, it's a medium variety. It's a double cobbin variety, which what I mean by saying double cobbin variety, this stalk here has to produce 2 cobs. 2 cobs, one has to be down up here and one has to be down here. But at times, one can be bigger than the other one, which is down here. So this is Lake 601. It's a medium maturity, which goes up to 10 to 11 metric tons per hectare. What I would love to advise farmers is when applying fertilizer or maybe planting these varieties, please, they can also follow up the spacing. For here we used 75, which we call interrow. From here to here we call it interrow, which is 75 centimeters, in which for these ones, which we call them intra-row, maize by seed, it's called intra-row. We use 25 to 30 centimeters. So if farmers follow these instructions and apply the exact amount of fertilizers, they are able to produce such kind of crops which are here. Because what we've observed from farmers is what we call kunyenge shela fertilizer. They put a little and at the end results they get little tonnages or maybe lower tonnages. This is Lake 601, a medium maturing variety, which is a double cobbin maize with a tonnage of 10.5 to 11 tons to 11 metric tons per hectare. If you plant a 50 kg of this variety, you're able to harvest 250 bags of your maize. Then we also have a Good Doctor, an early maturing variety here. This is Good Doctor, an early maturing variety, which we call it Lake 401. This Lake 401, it's a single cobbin. It also goes up to double cobbin if well managed. This early maturing variety has 14 metric tons per hectare. If you plant a 50 kg of this variety, you are able to harvest 280 bags of this kind of cobs or this kind of varieties in your field. So this is Lake 401, as you can see, with good grain quality. And this is Lake 601 with good grain quality as well. With good grain quality. 401, Lake 401. We also have 333. 333, it's an extra early maturing variety which goes up to 112 to 115 days. It also has 14 metric tons per hectare. This is Lake 333, what we call Mvuva Chacha. And this is Good Doctor, what we call 401. This one can go up to 115 days for you to harvest. Then for this one, Lake 601 goes up to 125 days for you to harvest. For green maize, the one we call green maize, Papet Makambati, Pebambo Shoka Bantu, or Yambo boiling for selling, you go up to 75 to 80 days. Then you've started getting this kind of green maize. Then we have yellow maize. There's yellow maize, what we call Lake 606. Unfortunately, I don't have it right now. There's 606, which we also call hybrid yellow maize, which goes up to 130 days for you to harvest. It's a medium maturing variety. Yellow maize is not just for selling, or rather farmers don't sell it, but we usually advise farmers to plant it because it's good for our healthy. It also helps our young ones, or maybe our children, or even older people. It's really good for them. In yellow maize we have a lot in it which can help our bodies, or to maintain our bodies. Example like eyes, even the ears, just like that, for hearing and as well as sight. For those who have got challenges in rains, like places with rain challenges, they should go for early maturing varieties.
I welcome you to Manyika Farm. Today we're having our field day where we're invited. So we're here trying to teach our farmers different ways of farming and how to do different things. So as a farmer, what we're trying to teach here is the best methods to use in terms of farming. The first thing that a farmer needs to understand properly is to understand your soils and what your soils can support. So here we're trying to show farmers that different vegetables can accept different types of soils depending on the variety that you have planted. So here we've planted a variety called Tengero. Tengero is an OPV variety. So we've got special varieties called F1s and the OPV varieties. So here we're trying to show farmers different types of varieties and how they can accept the soils. So here is Tengero, as you can see, as it had flowers and giving us fruits here. So here we use different types of chemicals, starting from in terms of categories of chemicals. There's what we call prevention chemicals and curative chemicals. So we usually encourage our dear farmers to always practice prevention better than curing, because always curing is more expensive than prevention. So throughout our field we have always been using preventive chemicals. Here also we've got green pepper. As you can see here, we did it fully organic, trying to help farmers that you do not always have to have money to run a garden. You can use as simple fertilizers as the manure. So this is goat manure. So this goat manure, after we got it, we made it more rich. We dug a hole and put it in the pit for it to get rotted more. When it's more rotten, it has more nutrients, and that's when we apply it here. As you can see, the way it's grown, it's very healthy. So for farmers who want to go organic, so this is another best way of going organic way, using manure other than synthetic chemicals to apply in your fields. So when you come here at the end, we've got cabbage. So this cabbage is only from transplant. It's only 1 week, three weeks. So this cabbage is doing well. It has now started forming heads. As you can see here, there's a head being formed. Although this side and that side, the terrain is quite different, but it's all doing well. On the other side, the heads, they are bigger. So this variety is Fabiola. We got it from one of our local suppliers, which they gave us to try and see how these things work here at the fields. As you can see, going all this way, this is the cabbage. So the terrain, so one thing that we advise farmers is to understand your terrain of your field, the topography. So as you can see, that side it's a bit slanting. So when we were applying water, we had the challenge of water slanting to the other side. So we realized that a bit late. So that's why we had to create these buffers, these vessels, so that they should help us hold water here. So as we come on the other side here, this is an F1 variety. It's a hybrid. As you can see, a hybrid is also doing well, although it is in its last stages. We've been harvesting these tomatoes for the past three months. We've been harvesting as we are waiting for the field day. But as you can see, it is still growing. It is still in its fruit and flowering stage. As you can see, there are more flowers here, there are more fruits, and the biggest thing that a farmer needs to understand is the quality of your tomatoes. Your tomatoes does not need to have any injuries on the tomato, because it might affect your marketing or your selling point from the market. So you need to understand that very attentively for you to have good quality of tomatoes. Then here we've got impra and eggplants. So these eggplants also we run them fully on organic manure and organic chemicals. Specifically for insecticides, we used neem oil. Neem is very organic and very healthy and very safe to be eaten. So on the other side here we've got okra. This is red okra that was given to us by one of our local seed suppliers to try it on these soils so that we can advise farmers on the best variety. So this is red okra. It's quite different from the green okra. So this okra has got more nutrients when you eat it as opposed to the green okra. So this is one of the new varieties and the best varieties that we are having and encouraging farmers to venture into. So these are eggplants. There are different types of eggplants that we have. There are these long eggplants, which are very nice. You should try them out. You can ask farmers who grow these things or those who have eaten them before. They are very nice. For you to know that you are really doing a good job is seeing where the flowers are starting from. So from this field, as you can see, the flowers are starting from as low as there, going upwards. So this plant is still going upwards and is still producing more flowers. This is what I had for you here. So my encouragement to our dear farmers out there is always source for the best quality seeds for your fields. Do not compromise on your seeds. Do not compromise on your fertilizers that you apply. So make use of your local available extension officers to help you where you are lacking out. That will give you the best practice of your agriculture.
Hello viewers, my name is Blessing Mambo. We are one of the exhibitors at Manyika Field Day, and with me here I want to show you some of the things that we are showing, that we are trying to encourage our farmers to grow. So we've got cowpea here, which is cowpea lutembwe. So cowpea can be used as a cover crop, where farmers have to plant it even between the rows of maize to avoid the grasses from growing or any other unwanted weeds. So cowpea can also be used for consumption. As you can see, it has a lot of pods. So this cowpea has some oil in it, and it's also a source of protein for animals. If you peel it, you can thresh this and mill it into a meal that animals can consume. It can also be consumed by humans. This cowpea consists of protein. It also has some oil where you can extract cooking oil from cowpea, just like we do from soybeans, groundnuts and sunflower. The same cowpea rejuvenates the land. If you plant it, because it's leguminous, it will breathe some nitrogen in the soil, which is going to rejuvenate the land for the next crop. So it can be used as an intercrop as you are doing crop rotation for maize and other legumes. You can use cowpea and maize, cowpea and maize. Then on the next plot, we've got sun hemp. So sun hemp, this is used to rejuvenate the fields or the soil. In a case where your field has a lot of acid, you can plant this in a spacing of at least 30 centimeters between the rows. So this sun hemp is going to rejuvenate the soil in a space of 1 year. You plant it. When harvesting, you don't have to uproot the roots. You have to cut it like this. This can be consumed by animals. This can also be used to make organic manure. You can also give it to animals, but you can't give it to animals at flowering stage because the flowers are poisonous to ruminant animals. Usually we advise farmers to give it to animals at a stage before flowering. So this is sun hemp. Then on the next plot we've got sunflower, which is Manyika. So sunflower, as we all know, these are oil crops. For farmers that want to have homemade cooking oil, we advise they go for sunflower. This is Manyika. If you look at it, when it's matured, the pods will be white. The seeds will be white here. So for this sunflower, usually farmers plant it a little bit late, which is January, usually January, December. But we advise farmers to plant this as early as December because it needs more water for these pods to grow big and heavier on the scale. So for sunflower, this is Manyika variety. And when you're planting sunflower, usually we advise farmers to plant it with fertilizer. Compound D, preferably, that is the common fertilizer farmers use. So for this sunflower, if you manage it well, a 50 kg of it will give you about 15 liters of cooking oil. So for those farmers that want homemade cooking oil, we advise them to go for Manyika sunflower. Look at this one. This one is mature, so we are only waiting for it to dry, this yellowish color to go and the greenish color around to go, so that it's ready for harvest. But for other farmers, commercial farmers that have got better storage facilities, they do harvest it just at this stage. But for a common farmer, we advise they wait until this yellowish color and the greenish color is gone. Then you can harvest and put it in your storage facilities at home. Aside from sunflower, we've got 2 varieties of maize that we've planted over there. The next demo plot here. So we've got a plot of maize which has a maize variety, a medium variety. So this is medium maturity. It matures in a space of 138 to between 130 and 138 days. So this variety is very tolerant to drought. Usually at the moment there is climate change. And if we are to go climate smart, we are advising farmers to go for climate smart seeds. This is one of the varieties that is climate smart. So for this one, is very tolerant to drought, very tolerant to diseases, and also very tolerant to some pests, because the maize texture is very flint. Now, the importance of planting maize and these other crops that we mentioned earlier, like cowpea, beans, we are talking of crop intensification. There is climate change at the moment. Rains are no longer predictable. We don't know when it will start and when it will end. So usually we advise farmers to have at least a number of different crops, so that in a case where the maize is severely hit by the drought, they'll be able to have something from the cowpea. In a case where cowpea is severely hit, they'll be able to have something from soybean or even beans. And that is the reason why we have these different kinds of crops that we are giving to the farmers here in Southern Province. So this is 638, AF 638. It is a medium maturity, and of which farmers are appreciating at the moment. Those that have planted it, they are appreciating. It's a drought-tolerant variety, and it is giving better yields. So this is a 12-tonner, and it gives more than 12 tons if you manage it very well. Thank you very much.
We also caught up with Manyika Farm owner Gabuluhaga Yobe. He is a livestock farmer.
I want to show you some of the products that I do at Manyika Farm. The first project that I do is the sheep project. So as you can see, we have so many types of varieties of sheep here. Basically, these are ram. These are male sheep, which we keep for fattening. We fatten them for 60 days, and then we sell, we market them. So we make feed for them. They are on zero grazing. We feed them for 60 days and they gain weight every day. After 60 days, we sell them to Zam beef and the other market products or facilities that come to buy. Some people come from Congo to come and buy. We have more beef, we have termite, they buy. Other people, just individuals, come to buy this meat. And as you are aware that sheep is one of the most expensive meat in Zambia. So after you fatten them, you fetch good money. So I encourage people to do this project. It is very beneficial and it's rewarding. So I encourage youths, young guys, young girls and boys to venture into sheep farming and zero grazing, to be specific. This is another project that I do. I do the goat project. We have 2 different types of breeds here. We have Kalahari Red and the poor goats. So this is beneficial. They produce 2 times in a year. So profit is faster with goats, and they graze little food. So you need a good breed to make more profit. So we have gone into exotic breed because they are big in size and they fetch good money. So we sell male goat at 5,000 kwacha, and we sell female goats at 2,000 kwacha. Otherwise, the goat project and sheep project are very beneficial. They are disease resistant and they are easy to control and to manage. Okay, as you can see here, we have over 200 goats
and we have over 300 sheep on this farm. So this is one of the projects that we do. The good part with goats is the market is readily available. People will always come to buy goats. So as we can see, that is Kalahari Red. This one is a crossbreed of Kalahari Red and the Boer goat. Then these are local breeds. Okay. Then this one is a Boer goat. Okay. It just gave birth today in the morning, and you can see how big the kid is. We mix goat and the sheep. Okay. The good part with mixing goat and sheep, the behavior for goat is controlled. That's one benefit of keeping goat and sheep. Okay. The only on disease and the gestation period, goat and sheep, they are almost the same. They give birth 2 times in a year. As you can see now, it's a kidding. They are giving birth this period of time. After about 5 months again, they'll give birth to some more kids. In the next few months again, we'll have kids. We are expecting to have over 100. We are expecting to have over 100 baby goats and sheep. Otherwise, we encourage people to venture into goat farming because it's beneficial and the market is readily available. Otherwise, thank you. I'll take you to another project that we do here at Manyika Farm, which is a cattle project. Okay, for us, cattle keeping is business here. So we don't keep animals for prestige. We keep them for business. That is the more reason why you see we have more females, so that we have more production, and we sell every year. So we encourage people to venture into farming because it has so many benefits. It's a side hustle for some of us because I'm a civil servant. So on my part-time, during my part-time work, I come at my farm, take care of these animals. At the end of the day, they take care of me. Okay, so we are encouraging people to go into business or to go into side hustles. Because when you are broke, you sell these animals. People eat every day. So we have red market with livestock. Okay? So we are encouraging the youths, the civil servants, and any other person in Zambia to venture into beef production or crop production or anything else can do business on. Okay, we put here tags for stock checking. Okay, because we have huge numbers here, so it's difficult to know which animal is not in the crow, which animals has been stolen. So it's easier for us and the workers to check on them every day. First thing in the morning, they need to check on the ear tags, check the numbers, identification numbers which are there on the ear tags. Okay, so that we stock take and we know which animal is not feeding well, which animal has been given drugs, and which animal is very fertile. And we have, as we can see, we have 2 breeds here. One is Boran, the other one is Brahman. We have a head of 45. We have 3 bulls and 42 cows. Come. Otherwise, this is why we have food day. The aim is to teach people around here on how to keep cattle. The aim is to help small-scale farmers to go into livestock business. Also to teach them the new methods on how to take care of animals. Thank you for coming to Manyika Farm. Hope to see you soon. You can come for our production anytime, for our products anytime. Thank you so much.
We have come to the end of the program. Hope the information gotten here has been helpful to you, our viewers. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mutinta Nyanga.